Too slow. Squall and Fury!
Hi, I'm Huni. Are you here to help find the baby Saurians?
And I'm Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting.
No, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. Yeah, sorry. Whatever this is about, it sounds like you've got the wrong end of the stick. Wrong end of...
Darn it! We've been tricked, Huni.
What are we supposed to do about the baby Saurians now? It's okay, Huni. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened with... There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad's Saurian got injured. After what happened to Nana, her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. If Nana is your dad's Saurian... My dad's one of the elders, so he's busy getting ready for Turnfire Night. It's a really important ceremony, more important than this. I didn't think it would take very long, but then that guy we ran into...
Yeah, he was so selfish.
It's all right. Don't let him get to you. We're here now and we'll help you, because they should be. I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems like they're hiding on the... Really? Wow! Thank you.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though. They're really...
Huni said the baby Saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way up. But what?
Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last, very well. You heathens leave us no choice.
Wait, aren't you like Kinich's sidekick? What the heck are you going on about?
Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We shall have you know that last time, were it not for Kenich's earnest pleading on...
Oh, come on. You talk big, but Kinich clearly has you under lock and key.
That's great sovereign to you. You dare invite the wrath of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How. If you must know, our humble servant begged us to investigate an abyss incident. See this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power.
Yikes. So how is she doing now?
She was but a lowly bug fighting against the power of... such a fragile...
Leaping from a cliff?
My dear anemic flying ant, as addled with questions as your head may be...
Anemic flying ant? Just you wait.
We sense a faint abyssal energy. An evil sorcerer.
Suspicious outlanders.
Ha! How dare you cast aspersions on your ruler, heathen! You're just lucky that our servant has... If you're not here to kiss my feet, then get out of my sight. Do...
The potty mouth on that guy! Paimon is furious! Still, good to know about the abyss threat, huh? I wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked. We should take care of Huni's request first.
Wow, you're back already?
I'm so glad that the babies are all right. Thank you both. You're welcome. Pizza Kid? You're not from Natland, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing.
Yeah, please come. I promise you'll get a big scions of the—
By the sound of it, glasses guy. Uh-huh. Well, his clothes sure weren't. You know, really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Sure, if you're interested. Oh, let me think. Oh, please, mister. I've told you so many stories.
Just one more story. One more, I swear. I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire.
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the ancient name Molly—
Oh, wow. So it was the origin of—
Uh-huh. There's a story behind every ancient name. The legend goes that the Turnfire first appeared in the era of the Grand— Turnfire is different from normal fire. If you get set on fire with it, you'll feel horrible burning pain.
Why? What?
As soon as you turn around, poof!
Well, good golly gee. I mean, it's one thing to singe someone's clothes.
Right? How nasty is it to burn someone from behind and not even—
Yes, shocking behavior. Now, let me guess.
Good guess, Uncle Glasses. Seems like you really know your—
Yupanqui was friends with Ochkon the Tyrant, and also Shibalanke. The first part, he didn't like how Ochkon was such a cruel tyrant. So, he stole the Turnfire and threw it, and that's how our ancestors set our people free. But, just as he was about to leave,
But Ochkon wasn't there. All he saw was a city burn.
a split second later, the flames he saw burst out from him.
All it took was a single glance. As
The question is, was this the price he paid for
nobody knows the answer. But the fire that consumed Yupanqui burned, and then the flame dropped.
The grown-ups say that it lights up the path that leads to the next life. But for the dead to be reborn, it's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything you did.
Ah, a fine parable indeed.
I don't know. I think
Either way, I assume this name has been—
Sure has. It went to Burkina, the hero that we saw.
yeah, and now it belongs to Kinich. So we often call him Malipo Kinich.
Kinich, huh?
All right, Uncle Glasses, that's enough stories. Now, can you please go find the babies?
I would, but doesn't the legend of the Turnfire— Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more— No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close.
Uncle, you'd better not be trying to trick us.
How would it get me if I'm outside of Natland?
Huh?
Wait. All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. Work them like dogs. Okay, that's what they're here for. Don't go—
Really? Well,
We met at the foot of this cliff, so—
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Uncle Sanka, where did you go? Yeah, definitely a fishy character.
yeah. And not only that, but he betrayed—
All he got out of us was some stories, though. What's the— Traveler, maybe we should go tell Kinich about this. How— Huh? You know Kinich? Not very well, but we have met him before.
Oh, man. I'm so jealous. I never even spoken to him.
Me neither. I don't think my dad really likes him, though. He always tells me to stay away from him. Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had— Exactly. I don't know why Kinich partnered up with—
Uh-oh. Hoonie, look how late it is. We've—
Oh, yikes. You're right. Okay, well, this path if there's anything you need, my dad can help get it for—
We gotta run. Bye for now.
Hoonie, What were you thinking going out by
It's okay. Toba helped me. And,
kind strangers? What made you so sure they were so
yeah, actually,
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still
they were good people, Dad. Dinner... Hello again, Huni. It's Miss Paimon and Miss Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me.
Oh. So you're the kind stranger. I'm Trinidad. Apparently you helped my daughter today. So if there's any... Now, I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage.
Yep, just helping a neighbor. We're not looking for anything in return.
Oh? Well, let's hope so.
Dad, please. They're not bad people. They've eaten at
Kinich. Wait, I heard that two mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the stadium.
And Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to...
Oh, now we're talking. Seriously, though, don't worry about it. Already forgotten. We're just...
You've just arrived, I take it? It would be my honor.
Careful now. That's quite an about face. We've heard that kind of thing can lead to spontaneous...
My dear traveler, you are very perceptive. Go inside now, Huni. Dad's got some important business to discuss.
Okay. Look after Miss Traveler and Miss Paimon. They're... Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any promises that we'll be able to.
This is a matter of utmost... For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional... Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasaur warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss. They were victorious. But it came at a great cost. Normally, Yumkasaurs never live longer than a century. It's possible that the abyssal power is responsible for his unnaturally long lifespan. That's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory. But even this glory comes at a price. The abyssal power inside him is highly sensitive. And when it is disturbed, he awakens and flies into a blind rage, attacking anything that moves. So besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is... However, abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in that land lately. Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night.
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the
We heard. Such a tragedy.
Yes. And Nana. Anyway, right now, we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony. And, of course, plus he's a bona fide hero.
Oh, you mean Kinich?
Yes, he's the one. A hero worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. An exceptional ceremony? I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear. No other. I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs. But I'm convinced the Y-Up got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. Oh, and don't get me started on that insufferable How he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to...
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him, as long as we find someone else. And besides, wonderful! I can't thank you enough. Huni was right about you. You have kindness in your heart. Come with me to the other side of the mountain. I'll bring you up to speed on each step of the ceremony.
Achoo! Curses! Who dares insult the great Kahula How behind his back?
Oh, great Kahul Ahau, bless you.
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears.
Ugh! Never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. How do I manage to stay so But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Okay.
Is that it? Kay? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the—
You scum-sucking swine! I swear, if you go bungee jumping headfirst off the tallest cliff with a band of hunters on your tail and nowhere left to run!
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect—
Or you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
The abyss contamination is back. No surprises there. See those torches over there? Those are sacred flame offshoots.
Are you saying that the sacred flame and the...
For ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option.
Gotcha! So basically, we just need to clean up...
That's one part of it, yes. But first, the flame bearer must collect the kindling of the sacred flame from the... Then they must go down into the canyon, all the way to the cave with... The most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be
Ha! Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of the ceremony. The flame bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar. Then come...
So, what actually happens if you do turn...
Well, if you're not careful...
What about today, then? Does the same rule apply?
Oh, no. Don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order... Are you ready? I'll repeat the key points again. Gather the kindling.
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame. should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad.
The wind rises.
I knew I was right about you. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearer...
Yeah, although it would probably...
All right. Now there's still a few days left.
Oh, you mean they've still got...
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kinich. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer.
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not...
See that place over there? There was a time long before the age of Burkina. After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. If we failed to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay. So to answer your question,
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony, if that's all right.
Okay, see you later then.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but this one feels a little...
Traveler? Paimon?
Kinich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely...
Once and for all? You mean...
That's right. He wants to use you to send the mountain
to the Night Kingdom?
to his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that.
Too blunt? Okay. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that...
But that's ridiculous! He told us...
and that glory comes at a...
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living... Ah, yes, and that...
She likely won't be the last...
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way?
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so... That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it in past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was just...
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asked us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of... Good.
Squall and Fury! Huh, too slow. Huh.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned.
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name.
Plus, Kinich doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So now, we covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of... One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy...
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been... But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss. With your help, I'm optimistic that this time, we can dispel all the...
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? That's really all you need to know. In the meantime, feel free to look around our settlement. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands...
So now we have extra errands to run?
Just a humble suggestion. That's all. I'll be sticking around over the next few days, so if you have any questions...
Seems like Kinich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Too slow.
Huh, you're here.
Kinich! Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your...
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there.
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight. However, I would like to request that every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes. From you, this is our history and our heritage. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our... Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. My honored guests, please give this matter your... Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words.
So, Kinich, earlier...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around.
That works too. Paimon needs to get... Kinich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the Flamebearer this time.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then.
In a moment. Didn't you have a...
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to talk...
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would... Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a house, he said you...
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss, too. One time I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts. And so, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move them...
Whoa, that sounds...
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more...
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, and he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to... No one can seriously tell them that's a...
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for... Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to...
I think I know a way. You have any better idea?
Not at the moment, but... It just feels like you... After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the...
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world, the Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point.
Alright. So what's this deal you wanted to make with us?
All I need you to do is keep people... I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the If you help me out...
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so that way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes...
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for... And even if it works, what if neither Chief Waina...
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we...
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even...
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. Good luck to us both.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kinich's back.
Hoonie. How?
Because he hurt a lot of people.
But it wasn't on purpose.
That's true, but the fact remains.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick?
Toba, Huni,
Hoonie's saying nasty things about the Mountain King.
once upon a time, maybe. But
Yesterday,
Toba, fine. Like, as of today, our friendship is. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night.
what? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are.
Wait. Speaking of,
Oh, yeah, good question. We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again.
oh, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said was that the Mountain King has done some. Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way, Toba. All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon, Dad just really misses Nana.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King, I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. He needs a. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and.
Okay. I'll head home as well.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, let's just hope we can solve. Come on, let's move on. Huh? What's going on over? Hey there! What's happening?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved?
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this.
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. What? Oh, it's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer since.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night?
You must. Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better-looking guys who dances beneath the pillar.
Oh, very impressive.
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers. The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I feel
You look a little disappointed.
disappointed. Nah, it's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the canopy knows. Wherever I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association.
What's the Saurian?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard.
A how? A how's a relic?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know. Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed.
Really?
Who knows? But if it's true, Kinich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like.
Oh, does that count as a relic?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use it as my. But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. Or. You look like you know your.
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right?
Wait, you're seriously gonna.
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we.
Pyro Archon above. You two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep. Of course it is. All right.
The wind rises.
There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can...
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about...
There is no escape.
Hey! Hold the line!
Behold! Ha! Ha! Ja! Ha! Ja! Ga!
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing Tiago... Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely... True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals... It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian, and a whatever. We're not here to dis... That's a wrap! Let's take it back to Tiago!
The wind rises.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponch.
Oh, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that. And now...
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna...
Wait, are you...
Huh?
Don't...
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friend...
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a nick...
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone's...
Really? All that...
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book...
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations.
It was an unparalleled match.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during...
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student.
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run into these two?
I don't know if he's still there, but... Hey! You...
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved. Oh, what's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, please. I don't have your...
Oh, yeah? Well, you threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just all that time lying in wait was for nothing.
Is that really...
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth.
Okay, that's it. What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right. Let's hope nobody gets...
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, this holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name bearer. examining their actions, and event you Punky's Turnfire. What an incredible... Let me see, the author is...
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahoot.
Do you truly find no joy at...
Joy? What?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually...
What? You're saying Kinich will... When? When will that glorious day arrive?
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you?
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind...
You don't need to lecture me about all civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, but from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle. Thus trends, and you, great Kahul Ahau. Now, let me take a good look.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche.
Does that mean...
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book.
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire night is because I hope, well, not exactly, but
Oh, really? So what did you find?
I think the key to all of this
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't...
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case, given that it first...
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa... Maybe you're the special case.
I'm not talking about childhood...
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Ma. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures...
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you?
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must... It began with the first Pyro Archon. Fell with the...
Hey. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to...
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory.
Kinich, what are you...
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up.
Kinich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but...
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history...
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go.
Too slow. Quit following me.
Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow.
Sounds like you're not...
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet.
Yet. Are you saying you think he might act...
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the... Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back. And maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the... Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it...
How can you drop these truth bombs with...
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering.
What? Then...
Of course not. We should help him move to a new... It's the only practical... The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. Still, he's been the cause of multiple...
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain.
Then let's break for the... You're here.
Oh, so Very well. The almighty
Kinich, didn't you say you found him a teacher?
Hey! No one gets to discipline the
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion.
Is that-
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now.
Kinich! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of... Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body. I will commit heinous...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business.
With pleasure. You don't need to.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but the Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out. You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Lockdown!
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact,
I take it this is your true...
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner, so...
Huh? Enjou?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here?
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. But it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little different.
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you...
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses guy!
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before, but...
Wait. Of course! You're the one behind all the recent...
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books.
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events, so I struck a deal with him. He helps...
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. That would have given me some more time to study the... But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited... Wait, does that count?
How? You are the worst of the worst!
There is no betrayal. The
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a...
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than...
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kinich!
Traveler?
Hey now, I may be... I could never beat you in a straight-up fight. Do me a favor and remember how fast I
Darn! He got away again!
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it's...
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kind...
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe
Of course! Only the almighty dragon...
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway?
Don't worry. He can't hurt a fly.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might...
Such as... how...
Vulture! Vulture!
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda... You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire.
Oh, yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. See you tomorrow.
charge a higher rate.
Ah, at long. I hear that you've done much for our people these last few days. Many young people have heard the rumors too.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smooth.
Haha, well, it's nearly time.
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge...
If it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved.
A resolution will come in due course, but every great
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. Look around you. Can't you see how
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from...
That may be so.
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Kinich! Not a moment too...
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the...
very well, but make it quick.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone...
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but...
What a surprise! The flying ant has...
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, like the braziers along the way.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a...
So that's our part.
I'll be with you the whole way, and once you've lit the altar, you can leave that side of things to me.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the...
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Oh, Miss Traveler! You look so pretty today! You're gonna make sure the Mountain King never... I believe in you! I'll be cheering you...
Mighty Outlanders, please remember, you must cleanse, and I am sure.
Miss Traveler,
Although I'd hoped for the Malipo name bearer, I got thinking last night, and I realized, besides, I'll have even more to write about. I'll be taking...
good luck, Miss Travel.
Hey! Bet you're surprised. I was all packed up and ready to go, but then I still owe you for that picture you took. Don't be nervous.
How are you doing? I'm counting on you. By past fuel and present, my brothers and sisters, the time has come to...
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great! All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! We've That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, King of the Yumkasaur.
Paimon can tell. He's huge.
You've made it at last. You did even better than...
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step.
There's no need this time.
Hmm?
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of this?
Is that a beast?
Chief Waina, Elder Trinidad. This is about to get...
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King.
You mean...
No, stop!
Foolish locust! Can't you see?
But
I'm sorry, Chief Wyna and Elder Trinidad.
can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You... Okay, I see.
You imbecile!
Oh no!
You forced my hand!
Elder Trinidad!
No, the Mountain King is waking up!
Everyone, out!
Ha 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 ha! It seems there is only one. Take me, O Mountain King!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
For your arraignment! Incinerate!
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. I can use those against him. Yeah, that's it!
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to White's shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now.
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He's...
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe?
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out. Well, we've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was I think their theory makes sense. After all,
Wow. So it's made a barrier?
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King...
Wow. That's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that because you and Kinich, you summoned the very... and that fire is what saved...
Whoa! So that...
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only... If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of...
Ah, so Kinich then. What?
Gah!
Hey, Kinich!
Hey yourselves.
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch them.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with dick?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the...
Kinich, when you went into the flame
Intending to...
to,
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. But now I'm curious. What made you...
well, because everyone's saying the turn, and Panche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat
So you've heard that. I'm afraid I can't say for sure.
Well, even if you don't know, there's
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire,
the Mountain King? Then,
the core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end,
alright, so how...
health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting, but his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday. Yeah, I tried communicating.
We dare say that Locust King has its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss.
But we saw him come...
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets them. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjou for it.
But he ended up being completely useless.
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends.
Friends? But your friendship isn't even... So, promise me. If you need... For you?
Yeah, everyone's happy except me.
Huni, it'll be
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say... Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. All right, I'll just get to the point. Do you know...
what?
You're extreme...
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by some... It's a dangerous sport, to be sure. But the courage it took to make the jump...
Oh,
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got... In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given... Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer? But in the end, I made it through, and I left all...
the moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah.
Very smart, Huni. What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries. She's right behind you.
Another trick about not turning back? Huh?
Huh?